Okay, I think we are live. I am not sure. Yes, we are live. Hey there, guys. Welcome to episode 4 of Crossing China's Red Line. We're back, and today's episode is titled China is in Chaos. And we have lots of interesting clips to look at today coming out of China. Boy, have we got a lot of crazy clips coming out of China recently. And what I'm going to show you today is but a fraction of the craziness that's going on there right now. Um, I mean, I guess I'm just trying to hype this stream up. What do they do at the start of streams? They always try and like big it up, don't they? And they're like, "Whoa, we've got the craziest show for you today, man!" This sensationalized bollocks that you always see. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be fun, and it's going to be interesting, but I'm not going to over dramatize everything because when you see these clips, you don't need to over dramatize them. Seriously, it is crazy. Anyway, we got a few people in the chat I can see already. We have Barry the Super Scott, I believe. We have Juhung Shao. We've got Headley. I saw Will Smith slapping Xi Jinping. Thank you guys for joining me today. So let's get started. I just need to quickly open up the video and I want to check if you guys can see what's on the screen. So if you can see what is on the screen when I put it up here, please tell me, because last episode I put something up on the screen and it wasn't visible for some reason, which is very, very annoying. So let me just put this up here. Okay. So tell me, here we go. Can you guys see this? I hope you can. And I'm just going to double check because that really annoyed me in the last episode where I thought I had something up on my screen and it wasn't there. It was really, really kind of pissed me off, to be honest with you. So let's see. Yeah, I think it's there. I can see it when I go to look at my stream. Okay, cool. So this clip here, I found it earlier today, and it was so good that I had to go back and put it in my stream and re-edit the whole thing just to put this clip at the start because I didn't have this clip in my initial media for for today's stream, and then I found it and I was like, man, this is possibly my favorite clip that I've ever seen out of China. So the situation is you've got some guys in a video game arcade by the looks of things, and there's an auntie with her son, or maybe it's her grandson. I don't even know, right? And obviously, they're having a go at these guys for some reason or another. And the guy just flips out. He's had enough. He's obviously experienced this sort of thing his whole life. And he just goes absolutely crazy. You have to watch it. Let's see, because, yeah, it's definitely my favorite clip. Okay, let's watch it. I think you're going to love this one, guys. Okay, I need to see that again. I love that clip. All right, here we go. She punched him. The kid's probably just like, oh man, why am I here? Okay, that's enough of that. All right, so now on to something a little bit more serious. Okay, so this has not been featured in as many mainstream news articles as I thought it should be. So I thought I need to cover this today. So there was a Taiwanese woman in London. I believe that she's a student. I'm not entirely sure, but I would imagine she would be a student. And she was attacked in London. Let me just show you a photo of her. So here are the bruises that she suffered in the attack. Not so serious, really, but still quite alarming. So, this happened on September the 24th, and the London Metropolitan Police said on Tuesday that they're investigating a suspected racially motivated assault on a Taiwanese woman surnamed Chen. So, a Metropolitan Police spokesperson said in a statement that four teenage girls attacked this lady on September the 20th in Collier Street in the borough of Islington. So, the shocking thing about this case is that this lady was attacked. She phoned the police and they told her that it wasn't such a serious matter and that she should phone back in a few hours to arrange a time for officers to come. And they said that they were going to come 5 days later to check up on her. Now, she's just been assaulted. What the hell are the Metropolitan Police doing? They told her that she needs to book an appointment to go and see the police to talk about it and give her statement. It's ridiculous. So apparently she complained about this, obviously. I mean, God, she's just been assaulted by four teenage girls, and she complained about it, and the police came a couple of days earlier than the 5 days that she was supposed to wait. And they acted like they were doing her a favor. This is ridiculous. This is really ridiculous. And this is another reason why it kind of sucks for Taiwan because they don't actually have an official embassy here in the UK. They only have a representative's office. So maybe they're not taken seriously when one of their citizens encounters a problem like this. I think it's really, really awful. And I think that the Metropolitan Police really need to sort themselves out. I mean, imagine you get assaulted and then you're told, oh, sorry, you have to wait 5 days before you can even give a statement. After 5 days, you probably would just be like, well, what's the point? You know, they don't care about me. So I'm not going to do anything now because they just don't give a shit. So anyway, apparently the staff from Taipei's representative office assisted her. They helped her out, and the Metropolitan Police said that they're going to further examine the case. So we'll see what comes of it. But this is ridiculous. And if it was a racially motivated attack, then these teenage girls obviously need to learn a lesson. It's ridiculous, and I'm going to be keeping my eye on this story. Let's hope that these girls get caught and face some sort of punishment for doing this because it really isn't on. All right, cool. Anyway, next, let's move on from this depressing story. Oh my god. Okay, this clip. This is wow. Right. So you've got a bunch of Chinese aunties, these ais. They're basically these middle-aged women. They their parents lived through that cultural revolution, and in some cases they did as well. They were born into this selfish, horrible communist world that Mao Zedong created, and now they finally got a little bit of money. They're going abroad, and they're kind of just spreading their bullshit wherever they go. And this is in Portugal, and it's on some little river cruise boat that they've got going in that city, and they start singing this Chinese communist song called 我和我的祖国, which means my people and my country. They're singing it on the boat. Can you imagine being on a trip? Imagine you're Taiwanese or you're from Hong Kong, and you have to put up with this. Let's listen to it. Poor tourists here having to listen to this
了
bullshit.
了之言，小城落独
God.
山到这。
And like just complete tone deaf singing there as well. Um, just awful singing, terrible voice. Sounds like a bunch of dead cats or a bunch of cats dying. My God, what is going on? Like, imagine, like I said, imagine you're from Taiwan or you're a Chinese dissident or you're from Hong Kong and you're in another country and you hear this horrible communist song. You ran away from China or you went to another country. The last thing you want to see is this CCP communist bullshit propaganda song. That's the last thing that you want to hear. And yeah, I think it's lucky. I mean, who knows? There might have even been some Taiwanese or Hong Kong or Chinese dissidents on that very boat. I hope not. But that is awful. Having to listen to that. It's bullshit, right? Oh my god. If I were there, I would whip out Taiwan's flag and tell them that Taiwan is not a part of China.
山到这。
Gross. Gross. Okay, so we have this clip, and this is a little segment that we're going to look at where I'm going to talk about the thieves of China because there's been a lot of clips. Now, you hear in a lot of CCP propaganda, especially from the shills. They talk about how safe China is and how clean, safe, and it's just a great place for all of the family. You feel safe walking down the street at night, and you could leave your cell phone, your mobile phone on the table. No one's going to steal it. People don't steal things in China because they have everything that they want already. This is what you always hear from these fucking shills all the time, and it drives you nuts because if you've ever been to China, you will know that, yeah, it is a safe place, just like all of the world is a safe place. If you have street smarts and you walk around and you keep your head down, whatever, China is a safe place, right? It's definitely not safe if you criticize the government, by the way, but that's another thing. They're trying to say that it's safe. There's no crime. People can walk around at all hours of the night. Well, I'm sorry, but I can do that anywhere in the world pretty much. I walk around London at nighttime. I walk around some dodgy areas. I'm fine because I'm not some fucking pussy who who's afraid to walk around at nighttime. So anyway, it's ridiculous. Their propaganda is stupid because, of course, like anywhere in the world, there are thieves in China and people in China steal the most ridiculous things that you wouldn't even think about stealing. If I'm going to think about stealing something, I'll go to, I don't know, like let's say I'm a thief, right? I would probably consider going somewhere and robbing some electronics market or, steal something worth stealing, something expensive. But these guys are stealing the most ridiculous things. Look. So this guy pulls out here in his little three-wheeler thing, whatever. He goes up, see him in the corner there, the right-hand corner. He steals, just picks up this little table. I'll have that. He's like, I'll have that. I'm nicking it. Look at me, I'm nicking it. I need this table for my living room. It looks really nice. Just grabs it. Off he goes into the night with his table. He's probably going to go and play a game of poker on that or that mahjong, whatever the hell it's called. He's probably going to set it up on his balcony on the 22nd floor of his lovely tofu drag apartment. And he's going to sit there drinking cheap beer and smoking cigarettes. I don't fucking know. Off he goes into the night. So, like I said, they're stealing the most pointless things, like things that you could just like nip to IKEA and buy a table like that for a $5. All right. So speaking of IKEA, I believe this is IKEA, and there's an IE, one of these old grannies or whatever, and she's stealing tissue paper from the dispenser there.
他已经倒了半天了。这辈子没用过纸，臭老太。
She's rinsing that clean. She's just
他已经倒
taking
了
all of
倒
that
了半天了
tissue.
已
Look,
经放到口袋里了，太牛逼了。好，行，继续聊。
this is priceless in China. This tissue paper is priceless in China, and you'll see why in a second. This is something that you need to take out with you every single day when you're walking around China, especially when you go out shopping or something. What does her like jumper say there? Covered. She's going to be covered in tissue paper if she carries on. I think it's off she goes. Where's she going? To the toilet. She's going to go and take a big steaming dump. Oh dear. You can't make this shit up. Well, literally, you can't make this shit up. But she's not the only one. Oh no. Off goes another person stealing the tissue. Look, she didn't quite get enough there, so she had to go back for some more. Look at that.
刚才那就已经得了。
Jesus. Come on, man. What the hell, guys? And it just goes on like this.
家里没纸呗。
还进货了。
All right, do you think? Yeah, she's probably going to the toilet. All right, this one, I love it. Let me just play it. This guy, if you look at the guy and look at the meatballs, this guy is just stealing meatballs. Like, of all the things. Like, and here's the funny part. Watch. Okay, so he hasn't nicked anything yet, but he's actually buying something here. Yoink, did you see that? And he puts it in his pocket. He puts meatballs in his pocket. He's going to eat this later. Look. Gives her the money. She's not looking. Yoink, some more meatballs. Oh, under the bag. Look, she didn't even see it. Oh my god. What the hell? What the hell? Yes, Barry the Super Scott. That's why there is no toilet paper in China in public places, because they will just steal it. Exactly. That is how crazy it is. And I have lived there. I've seen it with my own eyes, okay? And you usually have to bring your own. Unless you go to some of these high-end fancy shopping malls. But even there, the toilet paper will be gone within minutes because some IE will go in and just nick all of it, just steal it. All right. So anyway, there is apparently a typhoon heading for Guangzhou, all right? And there's a lot of panic buying going on, and it is absolute pandemonium. Have a look at this. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. Empty shelves everywhere. Look at this. Got to get that big rack of ribs or whatever it was. Empty shelves. Empty shelves. Look at it. No veg, nothing. All gone. Massive queues. Look, literally fighting over some vegetables. This is crazy. This is crazy. Look at that. Look, you got to get that last cabbage, guys. Come on. Come on, just push each other out of the way. Like, no disregard for anybody at all, because you've got to get your frickin' cabbage. So it is chaos in China right now. It's especially in this part. Like some out of date green beans up there, I think. That was all that was left. Just stripped it completely of any food. All gone. Mental. Mental. All right, so that's crazy. And like you do get panic buying everywhere, right? But usually it's not as chaotic as that. People are not pushing each other out of the way and that kind of thing. Those clips there that I showed you, they look more akin to like a riot going on and then people taking advantage of that riot and going and smashing the window of a shop and going in and looting everything, right? That is what those clips look like that I just showed you. Doesn't look like the typical panic buy-in. I feel like people would at least be a little bit more decent, but no, not there. People are just pushing each other, shoving each other, trying to get the last thing. It's survival of the fittest. And that is the mentality that the CCP has created for the people in China, unfortunately. So let's continue. Okay, now this clip I just thought was really messed up. And I just wanted to show you this also, not only because it's messed up, but it really does illustrate something as well. So, this clip here, this scene, this is what the majority of China looks like. Okay. So when you see this propaganda on X or Instagram or whatever, you might even be looking at TikTok if you're insane. When you see this propaganda about China, you see China is the future, flashing neon lights and big skyscrapers, high-speed rails and infrastructure projects. China is the future. Cyberpunk China 2077 or whatever the hell. But actually, China looks mostly like this. Rural countryside, roads that are barely functioning, weeds growing everywhere, dilapidated buildings, houses that are made out of shit. They don't have running hot water in the majority of these homes, and it's just not a nice scene, especially in the winter when you go there and you realize that they don't even have a toilet in the house. They have an outhouse or literally a hole in the ground outside where people take a dump. I'm not even kidding. I've been there myself. I've been to many of these places, okay? And it is like this. This is a scene of China, the normal China that they want to hide from you, that they don't want you to see. And these propagandists, have you noticed? These propagandists never go to a place like this. Never ever. Okay, anyway, I just thought this clip was funny. Obviously, this guy. Let me turn the volume down. Obviously, this guy has a problem with this guy in the car, right? It could be some corrupt official that's screwed the village over or something like that. Who knows, right? But yeah, he's going after him with the. Is that a hoe that he's holding? Not the sort of hoe that you're thinking of, you dirty gits. His friend has to sort of calm him down. Calm down, dude. Don't worry. It's okay. Don't kill them. Yeah, that is the scene, though. That is a scene that you will never see from the propagandists. And I'm not talking about the guy going to hit the car with his hoe. I'm talking about the village sort of scene in China, the rural side of China, the countryside where it's just a rundown mess of a place. They really don't want you to see that in the propaganda. And this is most of China looks like this. And you see on the side of the wall there's like a phone number, right? That's everywhere as well. people's random phone numbers or do an odd job for you or whatever. It could even be a prostitute. You see it everywhere. Okay, here's a funny clip. It's two traffic police having a proper scrap, just going for it. And yeah, again, it just shows you the more chaotic side of China that you don't really see from any of these propagandists.
教训大家，教训大家，好回，教训大家。
Imagine you saw two coppers having a fight on the side of the street. It's like one of the most unprofessional things you're ever going to see, isn't it? Oh, okay. Let me just watch that one again. There we go, look.
教训大家，教训大家，好回，
Wait,
教训大家，教训大家了，好回的，教训大家了。
And then the next one, you have these security guards. In China, you get a lot of like jumped up security guards. You get them here in the West as well, you know, where they think that they're hot shit because they're a security guard. But the reality is that they just weren't good enough to make it into the police force. Generally speaking, I'm not talking about every single security guard, by the way. I'm sure that there's some great ones out there. Maybe some of you watching are a security guard, right? But there are a lot of these jumped up little pricks who think that they own the area that they work at. And they usually work on the front gate of a residential area. And these sort of gated buildings, these gated communities that they have in China, they're everywhere. They have a little security guard working at the gate, and he operates the thing that rises up to let the cars in, and he's just in charge of the general security of the area. Now, what happens is you got a lot of delivery drivers, a lot of delivery delivery drivers. They have their little electric bikes, their scooters, and they're all over the place in China. It's absolute chaos with these guys. They're everywhere. You can get anything delivered to your front doorstep in China. But the thing is, sometimes the security guards have a beef with these guys, and it's for no real reason other than that the security guard just doesn't like the fact that they're in and out, in and out. They have to keep raising the little barrier for them, or they have to check them every time they come in. The security guards do not like this, and there's quite a big rivalry between the security guards and these delivery boys. So this is a hilarious clip because we have some security guards who messed with the wrong delivery driver. Seriously, this delivery driver, he must do mixed martial arts or something because this guy has got the moves. I watch a lot of MMA, okay? I really enjoy watching it. And this guy could compete in the UFC. Did you see that kick there? He's manhandling these guys. Look at that. These guys don't stand a chance. You just fucked with the wrong delivery boy. That was epic. I'm sorry, I just want to watch that one more time because that guy, man, he destroyed those security guards. Forget about these two wimps fighting here. We need to see the delivery guy again. He was amazing. Liver kick. Down for the count. Look at that. Another liver kick. There's a push kick. Flying knee. Just judo throw to the ground and then kicks him in the head. Wow. Yeah, so they absolutely just messed with the wrong security guard there. And like I said, it's a real thing, you know. Sorry, they messed with the wrong delivery guy, not security guard. But this is real. This is a real thing in China where security guards get pissed off with delivery drivers, and delivery drivers they're making such a low wage. They just want to deliver that like snack that somebody's ordered or something like, you know, like some food, and they just really underpaid. They don't want to deal with that bullshit from the security guard, and I guess this guy just flipped. Eventually, you flip when you have to deal with that shit every single day. They push your button. They can only Oh, wow. This here. Again, China, it's chaos. And I just wanted to say something quickly. So it's just crazy because you wonder, like, why are these people always breaking the rules so frequently in China? And it's simply because of this, okay? You have this over the top control freak of a government that doesn't allow any criticism. You know, you can go to prison for making fun of the leader. That is how serious they are. They're just pathetic and they just want to control every single thing when it comes to criticism of them. But then you have all of these pointless rules or all of these rules out there that they're not properly enforced at all. And it's just created this situation where the people are so fed up with not being able to have any freedom of speech, voice their own opinion about politics or whatever you want to say, and they just go out there and they completely flout the rules. So they can't do anything serious when it comes to criticizing the government and that kind of thing. So I guess they find this release in life from just completely breaking every single rule out there. Okay. And the fact that it's not enforced properly just means that it's just some crazy situation where you can just go out and break the rule. But then when you do get caught, then you're in trouble. You're in trouble. So there's always that in the back of your mind that you could get caught, but people still just break the rules anyway. And this is China. This is China. And you have to live there to understand this. I think you really have to go there and see it for yourself. And I know that a lot of you guys probably wouldn't want to go there, which is why I'm really trying to explain it. But it actually doesn't make any sense at all, right? So have a look at this. You've literally got a guy on a little scooter, electric bike, on the subway, on the train. That's not something you would see anywhere else. Then you've got this guy on a high-speed train just smoking away. Smoking away. And if this guy gets caught, that's it, man. Social credit system. He is going to lose a lot of his social credit points because that is a real thing on the train. If you smoke on the train, I remember I even heard an announcement on the train saying, smoking on the train, you will be in trouble with your social credit. I actually have a clip of that. Should have probably put it in this screen, but never mind. Yeah, look at it. Okay, this one's crazy, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that whoever was driving the truck got injured. I'm not gonna lie, but I just thought I would show this clip anyway, just to show you the complete disregard for the rules and just how crazy it is in China, where you get a situation like this. I mean, how this driver manages to do this, I just have no idea what he was even thinking. I mean, he's coming in like really fast, probably about 50 miles an hour, maybe more. Just smashes right into the side of the shop. Like, what the hell? Okay, and again, another clip just to show you that they don't pay attention to the rules of the road. You know, you're walking down a road like this, you're going to keep looking, aren't you? Right? And don't worry, I don't actually show the clip of what happens to the woman, but you'll just see, you can guess what happens to her. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Don't worry, you're not going to see anything too crazy. Yeah. I mean, you can only guess what happens next, right? And I actually have a clip that I filmed myself when I was living in China of something similar. Let's get to it. Yeah, okay, so this is something that I actually filmed myself. Look at them just running across the road there. The light is red. Idiots. Goddamn idiots. Even then, I was like, "God damn idiots!" Just running across this road like with traffic flowing from both sides. They don't give a shit. Look, idiots. Goddamn idiots. And this here, this zebra crossing or crosswalk, whatever you want to call it, this has no meaning in China. It's absolutely meaningless. These ladies that were running across the road there, they were actually lucky that people stopped because generally speaking, people do not stop for you when you walk on one of these things in China. Uh, in fact, I think that when drivers see it, they see it as like some sort of target for this little target practice game that they're playing, and they probably put their foot down on the gas on the accelerator even harder because they want to hit you. That's what it's like in China. These zebra crossings have absolutely no meaning at all. I don't know about any other country really, but in the UK, it is the law that if somebody walks on that and you're driving, you have to stop for them. You have to let them walk across. Um, I could probably say that in Taiwan as well, it was pretty crazy. I'm pretty sure that people stopped for me though. I'm just trying to think. Can't really picture the scene at the moment. Anybody in Taiwan, let me know. But I'm pretty sure that people stopped for me when I was there. Could be wrong. Look at that though. That's insane. All right, guys. This is the next thing. This is going to be the last thing that I'm going to talk about today. We have another mega embassy protest. Yay! And I will be attending this one. I'm going to go there. I'm going to do a live stream and I'm going to make a video again because I like to do the mega embassy protests. It's good fun and I always enjoy meeting up with all of the people there and just having a good time and just like making more people aware of this cause of the CCP's ridiculous mega embassy. And yeah, so we've got this one. It's on the 11th. It's going. No, it's the 11th Umbrella Revolution. Sorry, it's on the 28th of this month in London. It's going to start from the Hong Kong Economic Trade Office at 1:30 p.m. and we're going to march through Tottenham Court Road, Charing Cross Road, and all the way to Whitehall again, which is where British Parliament is located, which is where Downing Street is, which is where the Prime Minister lives. A lot of politicians live in that area. And there will be some speeches and that kind of thing. Apparently, it's bring your own yellow or black umbrella. So I will bring my umbrella with me. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Also, on the 1st of October at 6 o'clock p.m., outside the Royal Mint Court, so outside the mega embassy, there's going to be another protest. This one is being organized by the Taiwan Democracy and it's going to be a good one. I'm not sure if I'm going to attend this one or not because it's very close to the other one, but I'm going to try my best to make it. So, yeah, if any of you guys are in London, any of the 9 people watching, man, nobody watches this stream. Jesus Christ, 9. That's terrible. That's a horrible number. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So if any of you 9 are in London, then go to the protest. Check it out. It'll be
It's gonna be
fun. And I just wanted to give you guys a little preview of my next video that's coming out tomorrow because you guys are special. So over on my Free China channel, I'm releasing a video where I went and I spoke to a guy called Mark, who is one of the residents of Royal Mint Court in the Tower Hamlets area. And he spoke to me about the mega embassy. He took me on a little tour of the area, showed me how close his house is to the actual mega embassy site. It's really quite shocking stuff when you see it. So I just wanted to give you guys a little preview of that video. So I'll take myself out and you can listen to what Mark has to say. So here we go.
bollards here. Yeah, those that retract down. So the idea is, as soon as a vehicle comes up, go down, in they go, get checked. Now, if something happens, let's say in the worst case scenario, they've got a bomb on there. Yeah, that check's going to happen. That flat is a goner. That flat's a goner.
That's a bit of a concern for whoever lives in that side of the building. And that's you, is it?
Yeah, that's us.
Right.
But the plan is that those windows are going to be pushed back. Okay, and they're going to take out these kind of poles that run up. They're going to create balconies for their staff. So the balconies will be able to sit outside there.
Yeah,
And they'll be looking directly at that.
yeah, they'll be looking like right in your
Now,
window.
as I said, the architect said that's within a normal permitted area, but it's a different. It must be a different factor when it's an embassy rather than when it's an office. My flat is in that block.
So you're in this block here.
So essentially, I'm on the bottom floor,
Yeah.
and I've measured it, and it's 8.5 meters from my side window to the wooden fence that is supposed to divide us.
How does it feel to be living this close to China?
I
never thought you'd be saying that, did you?
Well, I actually said at one point that I moved here 26 years ago
Yeah, okay.
because I was going to be near the office. My office at the time was the other side of London Bridge, Tower Bridge. So what a great way, we're going to work. Walk across Tower Bridge, be at work. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's amazing, yeah.
The problem is now I'm actually closer to Beijing because they are there.
Yeah, they're literally right here.
That's my side.
Yeah,
That's that.
yeah. Look how close it is.
Yeah. And then this is at the moment just before we cut back all the trees and stuff. So
Yeah.
because obviously they get pruned in October, so there'll be even more
You can
visual at this
literally
point.
see them, you could literally see them making corrupt deals in there, right?
Yeah. So that was just a small snippet from my video that I'm going to publish on my Free China channel tomorrow. So wait for that. It will be out around sort of like 1 p.m. GMT time here in the UK. So whatever time that is where you are. Very interesting how, he took me around and he showed me how close his house is. As you can see, his house there and the China Mega Embassy right there, he said about 8 meters distance from the Mega Embassy. And that area that he was pointing out is going to house a bunch of embassy staff are going to be living in those buildings. They're going to make balconies for them and everything. So it's not just going to be like before it was part of Barclays Bank, right? It would be an office. Office workers would go there and do their 9 to 5 job, go home. That's it for the night. But now there's going to be a bunch of multi-generational families living in there with balconies. It's going to completely change the vibe of the neighborhood, isn't it? So he's rightly pissed off with this, of course. And yeah, it's just scary. Like he said, if a bomb does go off in that slip road that leads into the embassy where embassy staff are going to be driving in and out, let's say somebody wants to do a terror attack on that embassy and a bomb goes off, well, his flat is also going to be in that explosion radius. So that is really, really worrying for this guy. I can completely understand why he is worried about this. It's crazy. It's crazy. And he's actually been in there. He's spoken to the embassy staff. He's made his case to them. He said he's given all of these um, security concerns, and they're not bothered. They don't give a crap. They even said to him, "Well, why would anybody want to do a terror attack on us? We're a peaceful country. We don't have any enemies." Seriously, that is what they said to him. Crazy stuff, guys. Crazy. So yeah, that is it for today's stream. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day or evening or night, wherever you are in the world. And tune in next week. We'll have another stream. I'm going to be going to the Mega Embassy protest on Saturday. So keep your eye out on the Free China channel because I'll do a live stream there. And I'll also be putting out some new videos soon. Yeah, so let me just check this chat and see what is going on in the chat. Let me see. Just get this screen over here so I can look at the camera and talk to you at the same time. Okay. Mooncake is awful. Yeah, it is. I cannot stand mooncake. I remember, when it came around to this time of year, mid-autumn day, Zhongqiujie, and all of my students' parents would be giving me mooncakes, and I would give it away as soon as I got it. Sometimes they'd give me really nice, like fancily decorated, really elaborate looking mooncake boxes, like really posh. Looks really fancy, and the mooncake still tasted like absolute shit. I'm not even kidding. I can't stand mooncake. So yeah, I agree with you, mate. Absolutely. I will ask my mum to freeze some for me. Well, don't give me any of it. I really cannot stand that stuff. Seriously, mooncake is the worst. It just tastes it's awful. Yeah, it's really bad. And you get all of these I think all of these companies, they know that they can make all of this horrible mooncake and it will sell because it's a tradition in China to give mooncake, right? So they know that they can sell it. So I don't think they pay much attention to whether it's good or not because they know it's just going to sell. If the demonstration is on the 28th of September, that is a Sunday, not a Saturday. Oh shit. Maybe it is then. I'll still go if it's on Sunday. Yeah. Yeah, that will be. Yeah, that's on the Sunday, isn't it? Yeah, I'll still be going if it's on the Sunday. Let me just check. Was that it was on the 28th, wasn't it? Just, let me find that slide. Before Mark was speaking, wasn't it? Ooh, come on. God.
Here.
No, I'm thinking. Oh yeah, it's a Sunday. Shit. I was getting all ready to go on a Saturday as well, but hey, that's cool though. Sunday's fine as well. Okay. Yeah. I tried my first one in China. It was a sweet version and it was so dense. Man, I'm just not a fan of mooncakes wherever they're from in the world, especially the ones from China. You need to try it in Taiwan. No, thank you. I tried it in Taiwan as well, and I didn't like it. I mean, if it's like, I guess if in Taiwan they do it with the pineapple, then yeah, it's good stuff. But wow, yeah. Honestly, mooncake, no thank you. Not for me. Definitely not for me, guys. So if you ever want to buy me a gift, you know that mooncake is not going to go down too well. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Anyway, guys, look, we don't have a lot of people watching. I would love to sit here and wait for everybody to write a message, but the chat's not moving very much. So I'm going to call it a night, going to call it a day. So yeah, thank you so much for watching today's live stream. And yeah, I guess I'll see you on Sunday on the Free China live stream at the Mega Embassy protest. So yeah, cool, guys. All right. I will see you all on this channel next week. Peace.